And we start with breaking news tonight at 6 o'clock. Shots fired at the Aventura Mall.
Several people are now recovering from their injuries. We have live team coverage, but we begin with Local 10 News reporter Joseph Ojo. Joseph, what can you tell us?
Well, so police are saying that this is not an active shooter situation. They want everyone to really know right now that they do have this mall secure at this moment, but they have a general description right now of the main shooter that they're looking for. That's the main shooter they're calling their suspect that fled the scene right now. That suspect is said to be a black man, black Adidas tracksuit, and he also had black shoes on. So let's go to some video right now of what the scene looked like earlier today. This incident occurring right inside the mall, right in front of the Hugo Boss area. Two separate groups of individuals, according to police, started fighting, and an individual from one group displayed a weapon when another individual from the other group pulled out a weapon as well and then actually used it. Now, police telling us that 3 people are injured, all 3 suffering non-life-threatening injuries, and they are being treated at local hospitals right now. Several individuals, we're told by police, are now in custody, but the main shooter, as I mentioned at the top, is not. He left the scene, and the police are looking for him. The mall is secure at this moment. No active shooter situation. Police want to make that clear, but they are clearing the property of employees and patrons, and everyone is being asked to clear the mall. Anyone coming to the mall will be turned away. Let's take a listen to what Aventura police had to say a little bit ago.
2 groups of individuals started fighting. One group, an individual displayed a weapon. The other group, another individual pulled out a weapon and actually used it. We have 3 people who are injured, not life-threatening. They're being attended to right now at local hospitals. We have several individuals that have been involved in the affray in custody. Our main subject, the main shooter, is not in custody. We are still looking for him, not on the property though. The property is secured. We do not have an active shooter situation. We are clearing the property though. All employees and all patrons are being asked to leave the mall. We're asking anybody with plans to come to the mall not to come to the property. You'll be turned away until further notice.
So as you heard there, police still looking for that shooter who is said to be at large. They're actually using multiple agencies right now to find that shooter. Right now we know that the identity of the victims they're unknown at this time. But we're live in Aventura. I'm Joseph Ojo, Local 10 News.
And Joseph, do we know what direction this shooter took off in? Do we know where police are searching for him, where they could possibly find him?
Well, police have not made that clear at this moment. They did say preliminary reports tell them that the shooter did head west, but they're still trying to figure that out and piece that all together at this current moment. But once we'll keep pressing them for answers, and the minute we get that, we'll be sure to let our viewers know.
And Joseph, this is Laren. I just wanted to make sure if you can clarify for us, help us clarify. The police talked about people being injured. Do we know if the people who were injured were just bystanders in the mall, or if they were actually part of these groups of people that were involved in this altercation that led to this gunfire? Any specification as to who has been injured?
Well, police did say that all the people who were injured right now, those 3 individuals that they mentioned that were injured, non-life-threatening injuries, they were all involved in whether the 2 separate groups that were involved in this fight. They did not specify if it was one group that all the 3 were injured from, but they say that the 3 individuals that were hurt were from those 2 groups that were fighting outside of the mall.
All right, thank you so much. Joseph Ojo reporting for us from Aventura. Team coverage also moves now to Local 10's Roy Ramos. He has reaction from people who were actually inside the mall at the time. It was quite a chaotic scene there, Roy.
Yeah, some pretty terrifying moments for shoppers inside of the Aventura Mall. You can still see Aventura police out here next to one of the entrances just adjacent to the Nordstrom store. They're now telling everyone to clear this area. In fact, you can see one of those officers with his long gun out. Aventura crime scene has just arrived. They're now going through that building as they work to locate the shooter.
And after that first one, all you hear is bomb, bomb, bomb. After that third one, everyone was running out of the store.
Shoppers describing hearing the sound of gunfire ring out inside the Aventura Mall Saturday. The shots followed by hundreds of people running for cover. This cell phone video provided by an employee showing dozens hiding in her store as nearby businesses did what they could to keep their customers safe.
I locked down the gate, brought it down quickly, and told everybody inside the store to go to the back so it's safe. And I told my coworkers to make sure they're all safe in the back and come and collect.
As the gunfire stopped, a victim injured, appearing to still be bleeding, spotted on the lower level of the mall near the Louis Vuitton store. This man just one of possibly several others injured. At least 3 ambulances arriving to the mall parking lot to transport victims to area hospitals.
I was gonna run into a fitting room, but I figured if I run into a fitting room, I would have got stuck and I wouldn't know what was going on, so I just ran to the nearest exit.
As officers work to clear the building, the concern now, the search is still on for the shooter.
After everybody cleared out, there was a second rush of people, but they were more towards the parking lot. So I don't know if the guy got out or if he's still in.
And as we come back out live to Aventura Police on the scene, you can see them slowly moving the people that are still outside of this entrance away from the mall. Several people were out here trying to get back inside to collect their personal belongings, but that doesn't seem like it will be happening today. As you heard from my colleague Joseph Ojo, several people have been detained, but the search, again, is still on for the shooter. Sanella?
Thank you so much, Roy. And as you can see there behind you, it is clearing out. As you mentioned, police are still filtering in and out of that mall. And they did mention earlier in a press conference that they're not sure if that mall will open at all today. And the traffic around that area, when we spoke to you last, was pretty busy. Can you describe the scene outside of the mall as well?
Well, we're just a few feet away from the main highway. We can tell you that they are definitely not letting anyone into the Aventura Mall parking lot. In fact, a police officer has told us to start moving back. You can see him standing right here, and we're going to slowly start moving our way out of the parking lot as they try to clear this entire area. But if you are planning on heading in this direction, it's not going to happen because this entire area has been blocked off with crime scene tape.
All right, thanks, Roy. And we know that Nordstrom and where this happened, this Hugo Boss store, is on the western side of the mall facing US 1. So if you can avoid that area, more than likely police will greatly appreciate you finding an alternate route so they can kind of get this investigation or keep this investigation moving as smoothly as possible. Thank you, Roy.